Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, there are a lot of simmering battles within the Nigerian elite. We all know this. There are a lot of people laying in wait for a lot of people, waiting for them to trip up so that they can give them a kicking. So what do I mean? Actually, in Yoruba land, we call this reke. Just when they say somebody is rekeing for your own reke day, this is what they say in Yoruba land, and that means lying in wait for somebody who you are waiting to trip up so you can give them a kicking. So what do I mean? Guys, I bring you this. Buhari's victory has demythified Obasanjo. This is according to the Oba of Lagos. So Buhari's victory has demythified Obasanjo, and it's the Oba of Lagos saying this. The Oba of Lagos, Oba Rilwan Akiolu, on Wednesday said the election of President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term in office was a clear proof that no man but God gives power. Akiolu made the statement when participants of the Senior Executive Course 41 of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies (NIPSS) Kuru visited him in his palace in Lagos. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the visitors who were on study tour of the state were led by Dr. Nasiruddin Usman, NIPSS Acting Director of Studies. So another Hausa name, no doubt, heading yet another parastatal, but we have come to expect that within the Nigerian space. So let's carry on. Akiolu said the president got his second-term mandate from God through the people of Nigeria. He said the claim by former President Olusegun Obasanjo prior to the election that Buhari would not win the election because he did not support him had been neutralized by the president's triumph. Akiolu said Obasanjo had always arrogated to himself the divine power to determine the country's leaders, adding that Buhari's victory in the last election had demythified him. Akiolu said he had always believed Buhari would win the election and that he was glad that the former president had been proven wrong at the end of the day. I had said Buhari would win even before the election. Unfortunately, the number one person creating problems in this country is former President Obasanjo. He arrogated to himself the powers of the Almighty Allah by saying it was the support he gave to Buhari that made him win the first term, and I agree with that. Actually, it was Obasanjo's support that gave Buhari that victory. Obasanjo's support for Buhari and his push against Goodluck Jonathan are two of the key reasons that led to us ending up with Buhari as the president of that country. So we carry on. Obasanjo said Buhari would not win the second term, but did Buhari not win? Did I not say Obasanjo will be disappointed by the time the results were announced? The president's victory clearly shows power belongs to God only, and no man can decide who leads the country, he added. Akiolu urged Nigerians to support the president to deliver the goods as he begins his second term in office. He said the problems of insecurity, unemployment, and other challenges of the country would be better tackled if citizens joined hands with the government to address them. The monarch urged politicians to put issues of the last elections behind them and work together for the progress of the country. Akiolu advised Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the general election, to drop his case against Buhari's election. He predicted that Atiku's case will amount to naught at the end of the day, adding he strongly believed Buhari had the mandate of Nigerians and would finish his term in office. If any of you here is close to Atiku, tell him he can never succeed in what he is doing now. Buhari will complete his term in office, but Buhari too has to listen to the people, pray to God, and be honest in what he is doing, he said. The monarch commended the visit of the NIPSS Executive course participants to the state, stating the state would benefit from the study tour of the delegation. The Oba said he was particularly glad that the focus of the tour was to understand the challenges affecting healthcare delivery system in the state with a view to providing solutions. Akiolu stressed that qualitative healthcare system was key to improve life expectancy, adding that there was a link between it and development. He advocated increasing budgetary allocation to health sectors in line with World Health Organization standards. Akiolu described the NIPSS as a good initiative that had helped shape policy formulation in the country. The monarch said he was once a participant in a course at NIPSS as a police officer and that he still lived with the experience till date. Speaking, Usman said the visit was to pay respect to the monarch, as it was the norm for participants to visit distinguished personalities anywhere they went. He said the NIPSS participants were on the study tour of the state to study and assess its universal healthcare delivery system. Your Royal Highness, you will agree with us that universal healthcare system is quite an issue in the country. We have been in the state since the beginning of the week to engage stakeholders in the health delivery sector, to interact with them and find out the challenges facing the sector. At the end of the day, we will present a copy of our report to the state government with the expectation that it will implement our recommendations to improve healthcare in the state, he said. Usman said the federal government had over the years supported the institute to help in formulating policies for national development. So now that is that parastatal now going to Lagos State to carry out a study particularly focused on the healthcare sector. But the real news, or the real thing that I'm looking to bring out of this, because the thrust of the Oba of Lagos speech was especially about Buhari and Obasanjo and the election that's just gone. And he went to particular lengths to point out the failings of Obasanjo. So he described Obasanjo as a demigod who has positioned himself as the overseer of the Nigerian state, and Obasanjo considered himself to be a kingmaker, and he then said that he had always been of the view that Buhari would win that election, although that is subjective. A lot of people are of the view that Buhari did not win that election, because a lot of people will tell you that Buhari is not the will of the Nigerian nation, and the will of the Nigerian nation will be the person who won the election. So that's still in the courts at the moment, but to all intents and purposes, according to the declaration made by Professor Yakubu, Buhari has been announced as the winner of that election, subject of course to what happens at the Electoral Tribunal. So that's the situation as it stands now. But the Oba of Lagos couldn't wait. He seized the opportunity of this august visit to have a go at Obasanjo and to give him a kicking, because obviously he feels Obasanjo is down at the moment, because Obasanjo was verilously against the Buhari second term. He was very vocal and he was very punchy, and he made a lot of noise about that this guy really, he has failed in his first time round, and the country should not really be pained by a second term of Buhari. This was Obasanjo's position throughout the elections. So now the Oba of Lagos is now seeing this as a victory over Obasanjo, and really he had been waiting to give Obasanjo a kicking, and the kicking he has given him now. So this is the conversation now that I'm inviting on this video. The Oba of Lagos, Obasanjo, the Buhari election, and comments that's been made by the monarch. It is my feeling that this thing has been brewing between these two men for quite a while now, and it's now come to the boil. So there's been issues, I feel, between the Oba of Lagos and Obasanjo going back a very long time. I don't know the details of it, but this is just the feel that I have from these comments that's been made, because it was quite direct in the comments that he made, and it was quite specific as well. So his criticism should have gone to Atiku, because Atiku was the opponent of Buhari in the election, or his comments really could have stayed solely on just complimenting Buhari and congratulating him on his victory, but he went directly to Obasanjo to point at him and say Obi, another kind of business, effectively an Obi speech that the Oba of Lagos has made. So what is our readings of this now? What is the goings on here? And is this also the Oba of Lagos sending a signal to Buhari saying, I am loyal, send me the dollars? So there's a subtext of send me the dollars to it as well. So all of these things are mixed in there because this is how politics is played in Nigeria. And the Oba, along with the emirs and the obis, they are all political figures too. So make no mistakes about that. They are all political figures too. So he's now come to show his hand and is going to Obasanjo to have that punch at him by way of loyalty to Buhari. So this is my reading. What is yours? Conversations in the comment section. But before you come have that conversation with me, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button. That way you are notified every time I drop a video, and I do that fairly regularly. So once you've done both, come have a chat with me about what the Oba said in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.